Hi, my name's PJ. Uh, this is my first YouTube video. Please bear with me. Uh, the sound isn't very good. I got just my digital camera here, and the microphone is really high on it, and it's kind of hard to hear. I am a volunteer firefighter slash EMT. In fact, I originally joined my fire department about a year ago as only an EMT, and I really didn't think about becoming a firefighter, and then I just decided, it makes sense, might as well do it. In fact, during my Fire 1 course, we had a fire training night for the entire department, in fact, even for the entire county, in which we had one of our gas companies come out and basically tap into a gas main and set some fire for us. After being the backup person on the hose line for the structure, for the part where we were putting out a little shed that they constructed out of plywood and 2x4s, I went up to the assistant chief of operations at the time and our public information officer, and I said, I've decided that I'm going to complete my fire training without duress. And now here I am, fully certified firefighter in the state of Colorado. I live in Colorado Springs, which is the second most populous city in Colorado, second to behind those idiots in Denver. Sorry, Denver, but it's true. You guys try and take everything from us, including the Olympic Training Center, racing, and who knows what, professional hockey, let's say. Although NHL trumps WCHL, which no longer exists any day of the week. Oh well. So I'm a huge sci-fi fanatic. I like Star Trek and Star Wars. seaQuest also. If you've never seen the show, get the DVDs. It was a very good show. It's a shame that it only lasted 3 seasons, and it was a very, very innovative show, let's say. Among my other interests besides sci-fi and firefighting and EMS, I also like aircraft. Not sure why exactly. It could be, well, probably has to do with all the aircraft videos that we have at my house here. You watch one, can't get enough of it, and all of a sudden. So I got into EMS and firefighting by way of my parents. They were firefighters. My dad was a firefighter, my mom was an EMT, and my dad was also an EMT, and I have many uncles and aunts in the business in New Hampshire. Needless to say, out of either side of my family, my mom or my dad, my mom sadly passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. Out of either side of my family, I'm the first one born west of the Mississippi River. And I also happen to be the highest in altitude, born at the highest altitude. Colorado Springs, if you don't know, is over a mile high at 65, depending where you are, about 6,400 feet. That's where we're at right here. Right at my front door here, kind of, on the west-hand side, we have one of Colorado's highest mountains. I believe it's about 31st or 32nd, Pikes Peak, named for Zebulon Pike, who explored the mountain, and he said, "No man will ever climb to the summit." And yet, here we are today. We have a hiking trail that goes up the front of the mountain, a cog railway, and a highway toll road that they actually race up every year. The current record now is 10 minutes 1 second, held by some Japanese guy set last summer. In fact, the very first summer I started working up there. I'm an EMT up there also, although EMT is industry speak, is Pikes Peak speak for utility boy. I don't just do retail, I do food service too, and I do quote-unquote patient care, which is basically give somebody a water, bandage a cut if they have one, maybe oxygen. It depends. I think it's a joke. It's a good job, but I want more. I want to become a paramedic someday. The reason for the paramedic is because EMTs, in the grand scope, don't necessarily do anything. If you think about everything that an EMT does, I mean, basically our motto in life is to give them oxygen, get them to the hospital. Now I'm an EMT IV, basic IV. I can start IVs, I can push saline locks, saline bags, and there are about 3 or 4 medications in the Colorado State formulary I can give. Dextrose is one. It's sugar basically. If somebody's hypoglycemic, I can push them up. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to me. I like movies. If I pointed the camera around, you would see we have over 600 movies here at my house. Part of that was not having cable for about most of my life. Only about 3 or 4 years ago, we got DirecTV, and I kind of like it. And also, DirecTV now has inspired many of my movie choices, such as movies like Camp, Cocktail. What else we got? Kids in America, The Slums of Beverly Hills, Anger Management, stuff like that. Let's see here. I'm really big into this history of Colorado Springs. I know it sounds kind of weird, but despite what Dr. Quinn says, the TV show that was based around Colorado Springs, a lot of it is a little untrue. They say that the railroad came after the town was well founded. It's actually the other way around. Everything I've seen. But other than that, I live a pretty boring lifestyle. I hate to say it, but nothing exciting goes on, usually, which is good. I kind of like that. But figured I'd start sharing my life here. If you guys want to check out my MySpace, it's www.myspace.com/Crease34. Other than that, you have a good one. I'll post some more videos on here from time to time. And in addition to my blogs or whatever, even some more info about me. If you guys have questions, you can send me messages on YouTube or on MySpace.